So I'm kind of hoping that now we're on Nuke, we don't really see that anymore, but I want to see normal Counter-Strike resume.
And Nuke is a map. Nuke is a map where, you know, when you have two teams who know... It is a map. It is a map where two teams, if they have an inkling as to how to play it, you should see a pretty solid game of CS coming out. To a side of something's usually... This is looking good for Divine. Looking very good indeed. Even if they lose one player, that's okay. Damn Young spotted out. 3 T's looking his direction, and he's gonna be forced to play a more safer angle. And this has been very good indeed. Even if Almond gets 1 kill, Divine Vendetta, they won the pistol losing players. And of course, Anti-Eco, the previous one, looking very solid as well. Almond gets spotted out. Unfortunate there. Yeah, that's going to be Divine Vendetta 3-0. With a Mac 10 could be quite a thorn in the side of Vici.
Well, we'll see if Vici can get off to a good start to the first gun round. Kaze, I mean, he hasn't been the Kaze that we know that he can be, if that makes sense. He hasn't really been that star. Well, he's been okay. He's been hitting a lot of shots, obviously, but it's always one and done. You know, just kind of getting traded out. There's no huge step ups, and you got to try and change that. He's under pressure. What is that position? That is so quick. Havoc just diving in. There's nothing Kaze can do about that. Luckily, Jam Young's here, and he'll get one and stay alive as he drops down in towards the lower bomb site. Smoke off, and just hides in behind it. Double doors swung wide open.
I thought Foon came out of retirement for a moment there. Tyke. A speed demon. It's running on out. Pokemon finds Advent as well, jamming down at 23 HP towards the lower bomb side. And quickly wastes no time. Oh my lord, they're getting deleted. Jamyoung's left, Zoking's left alone.
Do you think Pokemon's called Pokemon just because he's collected all the Pokemon? And now he is just the collection of Pokemon. He is Pokemon.
He is Pokemon. He's not Ash. He's not a Pokemon. He is Pokemon. Gotta kill them all. 4-0 for Divine Vendetta, Dinko. And unless if Zokin gets a kill here, fine. But apart from that, yeah, it's gonna get a kill. Yeah, it's gonna get a kill. You can go for the hunt. Edgem can go for the hunt. There we go. 4 rounds, and Vici have got 3 kills. Yes, 2 of those were, you know, kind of like forced by eco rounds, but these are convincing rounds. These are very convincing rounds. And for Divine Vendetta, the fact that they've barely lost any players mean, like, look, I mean, they can just, you know, keep picking up upgrading the weapons off the corpses of the CTs. That op in the hands of Dabbab is Kaze's. And for anyone in the hands of Edgeram, Tyke, look at the money. Pokemon's the player with the lowest amount of money at 38.50. And everyone else, like 3 players on average, about $9,000. Tyke on 6,200. And another pistol round coming out from Vici. Just a little bit of a pistol and armor upgrade. This is a far cry from Inferno. This is a statement by Divine Vendetta. They're looking very, very smooth indeed. Edge ramp finds Kaze. Kaze just trying to time the peak, but 3 or 4 T's looking his direction. Dinko? I'm starting to worry a bit for Vici. I know it's still early. But I'm starting to worry a little bit. The way Divine Vendetta are winning this round so cleanly, it's worrisome for the Chinese side.
Definitely is, and I mean, Vici have shown already, especially on that second map, that no matter how far they're down, they can always sort of claw things back. It's been a very close affair in that respect on both Mirage and Inferno, and now we find ourselves on Nuke. It's a brilliant start for Divine Vendetta. We know how solid they can be on the T side of Nuke, and it's good that we're getting to see that here. Trying to go in towards Mini. 35 seconds in play. Man advantage still in play here for Divine Vendetta. Edge ramp. Molotovs off the door, clearing the close vent position. That limits where the CTs can be playing from. So Zoking's spot should be hard checked at this moment in time once they come around this corner. 19 seconds, there's not really a whole lot of time to waste. So they're going to go down to the lower bomb site. Havoc's been left up here in mini to try and catch off these rotations, but ball plant will come through, nearly denied, and is denied actually. Alman does give it a Tyke, another bomb plant has to come through, just enough time for it, and there it is, the bomb plant comes through just in the last second, and that round somehow nearly fell out of the hands of Divine Vendetta.
I just shut my mouth and I'm just gonna shut my mouth and just watch the game and just narrate. It is a superpower, isn't it? I don't know what to do with his powers, Dinko. It's
well,
worrying.
Anything that could make Mitch's life miserable, that would be fun.
You know what? Whenever this entire Corona thing dies down, and hopefully if I ever do work at event with Mitch, I think I owe him a beer. Or rather, we owe him a beer.
I think so many people do, but yep. Well, Jamyoung gets the triple kill, the 4K. Okay, that's out of nowhere. 4 big kills collected for Jamyoung. And he wants to deliver around finally on the board for Vici. Davtov, he's gone. There's nothing they can do here. Jamyoung has had enough.
About time as well. About time Vici woke up. It is doable. It is Nuke City side. You have Outer Yard, you have Ramp, you can even play towards Heavens, but we've seen how Divine Vendetta sometimes likes going for these faster plays, and they have a tendency of kind of catching other VG members in some awkward positions. And with these heavy investments, you need to stay alive. Here we go. Tyke, Pokemon. They strike. There we go. Boom. Instantly. And now, if they get the bomb down, Dinko, 2 ops and a retake, I'm not fancying it.
Alman, he's going to peek out towards the site. Tyke, he takes him away. And now 4 versus 2. What a reply from Divine Vendetta. They get absolutely shut down by Jamyoung. They come right back into this round swinging. It has to be a safe call from both of these AWPers. There's no way they can pull off this retake.
Of course. Like, double up. The worst map to retake with a double up is Nuke. And maybe Dust 2B, but even there you have certain angles to work with. You know, certain angles where you can make it work. An edge ramp. Well, now he knows where both the ops are. The thing is, if I'm Divine Vendetta, I let them keep the ops. I feel towards the garage area, and you need to at least kind of like cut out one part of the map from T's presence, and you need to do that by being a little bit more proactive, being a little bit more aggressive. If you keep holding these passive angles and, like, you know, this usual static opping positions, maybe towards Heavens, maybe back garage, maybe towards ramp, and against a team who knows what they're doing, they can just steamroll you. Like the upper bomb side hit, that's a perfect side to go towards, especially when, you know, there's the 2 ops playing. They might be lost inside of the smoke. The Alman finds edge ramp completely blinded, but they have sent a couple of players down real quick. There's one player that is Jam Young with the AWP trained towards Decon though, and the Malt is going to push him on out. That's unfortunate for Jam Young. And ooh, Pokemon almost catches Jam Young. Good reaction. So 5v3, man advantage, 2-man advantage for Vici. It should be pretty comfortable retake.
Well, Tyke just holding on now, just the last remaining player. If he wins this, I don't know what I'll do. I'll just implode. Just turn into a black hole in the middle of my seat. And well, Tyke, 1 kill, and Kaze will be able to clean it up. And there we go, that's a round that Vici will be happy with. Very clean as well. We're getting this back and forth starting here, but money is available to Divine Vendetta, so they will be able to buy fully up as well, and they'll buy for the next couple of rounds due to the money that they have. So Vici not out of the woods just yet, but their economy's not in a bad state either. So even if this does go back and forth for a couple of rounds, at least we'll get to see the full gun rounds keep coming through.
At least this thing from Vici. So they have a little bit of extra money in the bag. And also didn't have to really use up too much of the utility. I feel like most of the players, they're carried over the utility from the previous round. They've actually shown a variety of approaches so far on the T side, which it's a little surprising for me, because many of the teams I've seen, like you see Beyond, Lucid play Nuke, and you see it's kind of one-dimensional, right? You have the usual smoke wall towards outer, you have this upper execute, and then trying to go for the ramp pick. It's very limited. And for Divine, yeah, not seeing anything too crazy or special, but it's just the way they're varying it up, mixing it up, keeping Vici guessing, keeping them on their toes. And now they slow things up again. Haven't really used any smokes towards outer. Waiting for the aggression. Pokemon holding, potential push from the CTs. After making a bit of noise towards yard, all 4 players going to be gathering up together, leaving Havoc on the look. Smoke's going to be blooming out. Almond, the garage. Flashbang for him to peek on out, but in fact, he's not going to peek. Okay. Curious what the flash was for.
Under a minute in play. Smoke goes down from Alman. Instead of staying around, he's going to drop to the stairs. Kaze has got a good position up here with the AWP. Smoke's fading as well, but luckily for the T side, they don't cross into his waiting arms. Instead, go through in towards the A bomb side. As Ramp cutting through Advent, now needs to give it to Zoking, and that's not going to be easy. He's got a good position. And what Havoc? Just good for the one. Kaze repositioning. From heaven, he will strike down. Jam Young available in the back of the A bomb site as well. This is not going to be easy for Divine Vendetta to get anywhere near this bomb site with 19 seconds. Vici have all the reinforcements, and that's a 3rd round picked up for Vici Gaming.
Took a little too long there. Took a little too long to make their way into the bomb site. I like the idea. I like how they crept on up, but they needed to neutralize that heaven position. Now I'm not sure if they had any utility remaining for heaven. Pokemon had one, but he was no. It would have been hard anyway, but if Pokemon had used a utility that the Molotov he had, he could have made this position of Kazi's a little bit more easier to deal with. But good work from both the Oppas. And so far, Denko, I mean, I had my doubts, but ever since the dual ops came out, apart from the one round they had, success for Vici here. Divine Vendetta, 6-0. Now finally having to kind of scrape the bottom of their of the cash barrel to eke out this buy. After this, they're gonna be a little strapped for cash. Yes, we might be a little strapped for cash. Yes, we might be still having a little bit of extra money for some pistols and Kevlar. A little bit of a half purchase, but.
Alman realizes his work is done. He can fall back, but he's not done yet. He decided to go nerdy kid that stays at school, does all the extra revision.
Their own hands. Havoc. Sneaking on up. No, spots out Zoking, but Zoking, yeah, he's not going to miss those. Vici Gaming. Huge round from Almond there. 4K. An absolute slaughter towards Outer. And with that, they're finally, yeah, they've won 4 in a row. They've dismantled the economy for Divine Vendetta. And we should be seeing the few pistols coming out here. And suddenly, the game seems to be coming alive, Dinko. Doesn't? And honestly, I don't know why I even expected that. Have any of the maps in one-sided so far today. Any of the maps in one-sided so far today.
Nope. And I think that's been a pretty common thing throughout this entire tournament. Any series we kind of predict, okay, quick 2-0, we'll be done with this one, seem to be the longest games ever. And then the games you don't predict to be 2-0s, for instance, yesterday, Divine Vendetta versus D13, end up being relatively one-sided 2-0. So I think now we just kind of scrap predictions, Blah. I think that's going to be the fun part. Also, it would have been interesting to track our predictions throughout the entire tournament from day one and just kind of see how bad we actually do.
We'd all lose. There would be no winners. There will literally be no winners. Kaze will win the deal, though. Finds Havoc. Just the pistols, though, for the T's, apart from the hero AK in the hands of Tyke, and that will be neutralized immediately by Mr. Almond. Just a shooting gallery. Kaze missing quite a few shots, though. This is... We spoke about how Kaze's been looking a little off his game today, Dinko, and seems to be the case. Like, I know, just like taking pot shots, you know, it would have been an easy, convincing run anyway, but I've seen this guy